If I had a 600 credit score today, these are the three cards I would seriously consider applying for in 2026. I'm going to explain why I picked them, who they are designed for, the rewards, the fees, and what you should know before you apply. So let's go ahead and jump right into the first card. Come on. Let's start with the Pedal 2 Visa credit card. I don't think people talk about this card enough, especially if you're trying to build or rebuild your credit. Now, one thing that makes Pedal different is that it may consider more than just your traditional credit score when reviewing applications. Along with your credit history, it may also look at information from your banking activity to better understand your financial habits. Now, that can be very helpful for people who have limited credit history but manage their money responsibly. Now, does that mean everyone gets approved? Absolutely not. Approval depends on your overall financial profile, including your income, your existing debt, and other financial factors. Pedal does not publish a required minimum credit score. However, a lot of people consider this card if they have fair credit or if they are still building their credit history. Now, if your credit score is around 600, it is worth considering comparing with other options before you decide on this card. Now, remember, your credit score is only one part of the application. Lenders also want to know whether you can comfortably repay what you borrow. Now, one thing I really like about this card is that there is no annual fee. That's important because a lot of cards aimed at rebuilding credit charges annual fees, monthly fees, or even processing fees. Keeping your costs low can make rebuilding your credit a little bit easier. Another thing I like about the Pedal credit card is you can earn cashback rewards on eligible purchases depending on your account history and responsible use. Your cashback rate can increase over time. So that's definitely something that is really amazing about this card as well. Now, again, remember that this card is designed for people that are looking to rebuild their personal credit. Now, Pedal does not guarantee the same limit for everyone, so your approved limit is based on factors like your income, your existing debt, credit profile, overall financial profile situation. Now, with Pedal, they do have high limits as high as $10,000, but again, that's just based on your overall credit profile. If you are approved, the key isn't getting the highest limit, it's using the card responsibly. Try to keep your balances low and make your payments on time every single month. Pedal does report to all three major credit bureaus. That's one of the biggest reasons I would consider this card. Consistent on time payments can help you build a positive payment history over time, you guys. Now, the pros about this card is there is no annual fee, cashback rewards, reports to all three credit bureaus, may consider more than just your credit score when viewing your application. Now, the downside about this credit card, not everyone will qualify. Credit limits vary. Cashback rewards depends on your account activity and your eligibility. In my opinion, if I had a 600 credit score and wanted a card that can grow with me, the Pedal 2 would be one of my first stops. I like that it doesn't pile on annual fees and gives responsible users the opportunity to earn rewards while building their credit. All right, you guys, so the next card on the list is the Avant credit card. Now, this is one that I think deserves the attention from people who are building their credit. Unlike a secured card, the Avant credit card doesn't require a security deposit if you are approved. Now, for a lot of people, that is definitely a big advantage because not everyone has a few $100s available to put down for a credit card. If you are trying to rebuild your credit while keeping things simple, this is definitely a card I'll compare before making a decision. One of the biggest questions people are asking is what credit score is needed. The truth is, Avant does not publish an official minimum credit score requirement. The card is generally marked towards people with fair or those who are rebuilding their credit. But approval depends on your entire financial profile and not just your credit score. Now, the issuer also consider things like your income, your existing debt, your payment history, your ability to repay, your overall credit profile. So having a 600 credit score doesn't automatically mean you will be approved, but it's a range where many people begin comparing cards like this. One thing I like about the Avant credit card, it has no annual fee. Now that is so important because some rebuilding cards charges annual fees monthly, maintenance fees, or even processing fees before you can even use the card. Keeping your costs low gives you more flexibility to focus on building positive credit history. Now, if you are approved, your starting limit will depend on your application. Avant does look at your existing debt, your credit history, your overall financial profile. No one should apply expecting a specific credit limit. Instead, focus on using whatever limit is given responsibly. A good rule of thumb is to keep your balances low and pay your statement on time every single month if you can. The Avant credit card does report to all three major credit bureaus. That's one of the biggest reasons it can be used for rebuilding credit. Remember though, reporting works both ways. Making payments on time can help your credit history, while late payments can hurt it. Now, the good side about this credit card is they do not require any security deposit, no annual fee, reports to all three major credit bureaus, designed for people rebuilding credit. So if you have low credit or rebuild it, definitely perfect for that. Easy online account management. Now, the downside about this card, it does not offer premium rewards. Credit limits vary by applicant. Approval is not guaranteed. In my opinion, if I had a 600 credit score, the Avant credit card would definitely make my comparison list. I like that it doesn't require a security deposit, it doesn't charge an annual fee, and focus on helping people establish or rebuild credit. Would it be my favorite credit card? Probably not, but it could be a solid stepping stone if you're trying to qualify for a better card in the future. Next, we're going to talk about my third and final pick, and then I'll rank all three to tell you which one I'll choose first if I had a 600 credit score. The Capital One Quicksilver One Cash Reward Credit Card. Now, if you've been rebuilding your credit, you've probably heard of this card before, and there's a good reason. Unlike many credit building credit cards that offer few benefits, the Quicksilver One lets you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, while also giving you the opportunity to continue strengthening your credit while rebuilding responsibly. Now, let's answer the question, everyone. Can I get this card with a 600 credit score? Capital One does not publish a specific credit score. Instead, the Quicksilver One is generally marked towards people with fair credit. That means your credit score is important, but it isn't the only thing that Capital One may consider. They may look at things like your income, your current debt, your payment history, your recent credit applications, and your overall financial profile. So even if two people both have a 600 credit score, one may be approved while the other isn't. Now let's talk about the annual fees. The Quicksilver One currently has a $39 annual fee. Now, I know some people immediately say, I'm not paying that annual fee, but here's how I look at it. If this card helps you continue building your credit, you're earning cash back. The fee may be worth it for some people. Just make sure you're putting enough value from the card to justify the cost. This is one of my favorite things about this card. You earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase. There's no rotating categories to activate, no guessing where you'll earn rewards. Whether you're buying groceries, gas, or paying for everyday expenses, you're earning the same cash back rate. Your starting limit depends on your application. Capital One looks at your entire financial profile before making a decision. Some people receive a lower starting limit while others may qualify for more. The important thing isn't chasing a huge credit limit. It's understanding the card responsibility. Try to keep your balances low, pay on time every month, and avoid carrying high balances whenever possible. Capital One does report your account activity to all three major credit bureaus. That's exactly what you want if your goal is improving your credit history. Remember, a card only helps you manage it well. Late payments and maxing out the card can work against you. Now, the good side about this credit card is you can earn 1.5% cash back, reports to all three major credit bureaus, accepted almost everywhere MasterCard is accepted. Opportunity for higher credit limits over time with responsible use. It's easy to use. Now, the downside about this credit card is there is a $39 annual fee, higher APR if balances are carried. Approval isn't guaranteed. Now, if I personally had a credit score around 600, here's what I'll rank these cards at. Now, if I personally had a credit score around 600, here's how I'll rank these three cards. Avant credit card, a solid rebuilding card with no security deposit and no annual fee, but limited reward. Petal 2 Visa credit card. I like the no annual fee, cashback rewards, and the fact that it may be considered more than just your traditional credit card for some applicants. Capital One Quicksilver One Cashback Credit Card, cashback rewards, a well known issuer, credit building potential, the opportunity to grow into stronger Capital One products over time. Those are the three cards I'll personally compare if I had a 600 credit score in 2026. Now, I want to hear from you all. Have you had any of these cards? What was your starting credit limit? And would you recommend it? Drop your experiences in the comments because it can really help someone else who is trying to rebuild their personal credit. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn your notification bell so every time I post a new video, you can be notified. Bye!